Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good.
Oh, where's your shining jumper? Where's the Jack
Do you know
Torrance
what?
jumper?
Do you know? I flipping looked for it and I don't know where it's gone because I was actually going to don it for this.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do my intro spiel. So this is a live episode of McCool and the Gang, and we are joined by Paul Frith. Woohoo!
Woo! Hello.
And Paul, can you just do an intro for us so people know a bit more about you?
Yes. So hello, I'm Paul Frith. I am a composer. I hate talking about myself so badly.
No, it's great.
Why have you invited me on this thing?
Big yourself up, dude.
Big myself up. So yeah, I do do kind of normal like compositions, do arrangements, and yeah.
Tell us who you've worked with.
Who have I worked with?
Yeah.
So most recently, I've worked with Bears Den, doing so I've got a collaborative album out with them, which is
It's great. I've heard it.
A bunch of the stuff.
It's fabulous.
And in the past, I've done kind of arrangements for the XX and Radiohead. I did a kind of remix for them.
I didn't know that.
Did you not know that?
No.
Yeah,
Kept that one quiet.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, that is a big one. Wicked. Well, yeah, I think all that's pretty damn cool. Yeah, so let's just have a big chat and have some fun, and then play some games at the end.
Yeah, and I'll gradually I'll open up as more of this goes down. So you know.
So I just want to start off with your latest project that you've done, which is with Bears Den.
Bears Den. Yeah.
And it's a new album of their original songs that you have rearranged for orchestra, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's basically they've got some songs which are very much in the same style as they used to do with kind of strings backing them. Then there's a bunch on there which I've completely reworked, and then there's also some tracks which are basically my pieces, but it would be inspired from a melody or a rhythm from their kind of the original music.
Yeah, it sounds wicked. Go on.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
I was going to say, so like the whole idea is it kind of goes from all the way from a band playing their kind of music as normal, all the way through to kind of contemporary classical.
Yeah, and they're kind of your really old mates, aren't they? So it's quite nice working with people you know. And
it's been brilliant. It's like I think anytime you kind of effectively get paid to just hang out with your mates and do nice things, I think it feels like you're slightly winning at life. So it's been flipping brilliant.
Yeah, I bet. So how was the how did it come about? Like, because you've told me about this briefly, but not really in depth. So how did it come about? Like, how did they commission you in a way?
So, I mean, I'd always worked with it. So I've done all their kind of like arrangements on their albums, kind of going back for since day dot. But it was a Reeperbahn festival, and they basically wanted Bears Den to headline the show at the Philharmonie Hall, which is this insane concert hall that's £2 billion over budget, and it's like genuinely it's like one of the top concert halls. They won't kind of make up the money from it for years and years and years. But anyway, it was like, we want you to do something here, but we don't want it to just be a normal Bears Den show. So we want to, if you're going to come and do Bears Den, could you do something different? So the guys just approached me and said, like, would you be interested in kind of helping us kind of come up with something new? And so that was the kind of whole idea of kind of basically taking apart their songs and then doing them with this kind of like small orchestra and pianist.
Yeah, so it was a live project first that they really liked and said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which I didn't mention. It's like basically it's just this like 10-piece string section and a kind of pianist and then the band playing. But it went down really, really well, and we kind of made it work with a couple of other concerts around Europe, and then finally one in London, which we kind of recorded. And then it just seemed a shame not to kind of record it properly and bring it out as an album.
Yeah. No, that's such an exciting thing, isn't it? Because when I bet like when they were writing those songs and kind of first recording the originals, you would never imagine that it's going to
Mate, not
sound
even
in another way, you know?
not even slightly.
Yeah,
So yeah, it was really really cool, and they gave me a load of free room as well. So normally when you do like an arrangement with the band, you'll be like, okay, here's something, and they'll come back and go like, yeah, but could you change it this way? Could you do this and that? You know, and sometimes you kind of you have things that you really like which get taken away, and other times it's what you do stands. But with this, it was like, we're going to hand over the reins to you. Do whatever the hell you like.
that's amazing.
Which is really cool and
Yeah.
scary.
Oh no, it sounds wicked. So you can find the recording of the concert online, so video online.
So you can. Well, we actually re-record the whole thing at Rack Studios, but yeah, you can see all the kind of live videos and stuff online. Yeah, so YouTube and all that.
Oh, that's so cool. So with Fragments, then, so it's out now. The whole album's out now, right?
The whole thing's yeah.
And you've
released. I said someone dropped the other day, and someone said, you shouldn't say that. I think dropped fine. It dropped the other day.
It dropped. Oh no, you can say that. You can totally say that. So it's out now, and I'm interested. I don't think I know. I've asked you this, but where did you record it and who with?
So at Rack Studios.
Rack Studios?
Yeah. Oh. It's Mickey Mouse's old studio in London, so it's like one of the big ones. It's an amazing studio.
Nice.
And with a woman called Olga and Ian Grimble. So
Ian Grimble.
Yeah.
Ian, who is working with us on our new stuff. Yeah. Yes, our very secret project that we've been keeping under wraps for many months now. We'll talk about that later. But with Fragments, because I heard it on vinyl when we were in the studio that time, and it's just great. Like so taking little bits from their original recordings and then expanding them. So what was the process there? Like, was it just bits that you little bits that caught your ear, or was it a bit more thought about than that? Was it more to do with, I can hear that turning into something like this, or I don't know, how was it?
Yeah, it's difficult to know. I don't always know what my process is. I don't know whether you're the same, but I think I think sometimes it's just listening through it and it's going, oh, that's quite cool, and you just you play around with that one melody or that one rhythm, and then from that you build outwards and you kind of turn it into something else. But particularly with those pieces, I don't really know. And some of them are. There's one in particular which just goes completely off the wall from the original. But like, if you know the original, you will just about kind of hear it in there. But it's quite different. But I don't. So it's a really shit answer.
It's not.
But I don't always know those kind of.
But
those how those processes work. I think I just play. I think for me, like, writing music is. I think when I was younger, it used to be like, oh, you need to do this. You must do it this way, and there's a correct way, and people are going to judge you, and all this kind of stuff. And I think the older I've got, I'm just like, why don't I just have some fun.
Fun, man. Just good old fashioned fun.
Yeah, but I think all the best stuff comes out of just like literally. It's like the other day when you just in the studio playing around with those effect pedals and just like it's going around. It's like, and that's just fun. It's
just fun. Yeah. That's how the best things happen. Do you remember when? I can't remember what it was, but we were doing. I recorded this weird voice thing on my phone through the speaker.
Yeah, it's when we were doing like editing in Melodyne.
Yeah. And you just kept going back and forth.
Not that any of our vocals ever need tuning. Just want to make that really clear, just for an effect.
No, and you kept on going back and forth on that little. And I recorded it through the speaker and then sent it to you, and then we used that. It's just all about that, like weird things that you stumble upon and then you just get used. No, that's so cool. So sometimes it's not a conscious thing, is it? It's just completely. And I understand, like, when someone asks you about the process of it. You just kind of like, I just do it. I don't know how, but I just kind of do it.
Yeah.
No, that's so cool. Yeah. So you played some instruments on the recordings,
Yeah,
didn't you?
I've tend to do all their horns in all the kind of all their records anyway. So it was just a chance to kind of be on stage as well and blow me own horn.
Blow me out on. I love it. Oh, wicked.
It was
Wicked.
either that or conduct, and I kind of conducting for me is a very private enterprise.
What does that mean?
As in, I
Weird.
yeah, it's a bit weird, but I think when I conduct, I kind of I dance in order to kind of
Oh,
get the
nice.
thing. So I, but if that's in front of an audience, that immediately makes me feel
Oh, okay.
self-conscious. And there are, I can't remember who the artist is, or I can, but I won't say in case anyone looks it up. But there's a video of me online which someone kind of when I was recording strings once recorded it, and I loathe it because it's basically he's captured me in these moments, and I just like, and I was like, I hadn't even realised I was being filmed, and it just ended up on his like video
Oh,
for everyone to
I
see. It was
have to
like,
find
oh
that. I have to
yeah,
find out what that is.
yeah,
I suppose with conducting, like I could probably never do it, but it would scare me because it's so much responsibility. Like you are responsible for the whole thing going the
yeah.
way it should
Yeah, but
be.
I reckon what it
Like,
actually is you pretend that you act like you're the one who's responsible, and like none of the players are actually really looking at you. They're just like they're getting on and they're doing it properly, and then you're just
you're
there
just
like
guiding them.
yeah, just waving
Wait,
waving your
waving
hand
a
around.
baton.
I don't have a well. I have a joke baton which I occasionally bring along just to
Is it a
tap a music set.
chopstick?
It's no, it's a proper baton, but I would never
Okay.
actually use it. But
Are
I
they
have,
are they like
yeah.
weighted or something? Or are they just pieces of?
No, they're just really light. It's just a
Are they
really
just
thin.
chopsticks, basically?
It's thinner than a chopstick. Yeah, it's more like a skewer. It's like a skewer with with a uh, um what do you call the thing that get cork?
A
Cork at the
cork.
end. Cork.
Oh, a cork. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Never touched one.
No,
I'll have
no.
to touch one day. Um,
I'll bring my baton along.
oh, good Lord.
Oh
Ah,
wow.
darling. Oh, man. We should take more videos of us in the studio because it is literally just fucking laughs. It's disgusting. Oh, good Lord. What was I going to ask you? Yes, so moving swiftly on, I hope this
Very
segues
swiftly.
nicely. So actually, we've been doing a new project together, which has recently been named. But
Yeah.
I just want to say that the one of the songs for this project was the first ever song we wrote together.
Yeah.
In LA, which sounds so like ridiculously bougie, but it's true.
Yeah.
So we met on a sync writing camp,
Yeah.
which for anyone who doesn't know what the hell that means, it's basically you are writing for film and TV briefs, and it was a songwriting camp for that in LA, and it was a bunch of English writers and a bunch of US writers coming together, working together on these briefs, and it was amazing,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Oh, it was so good. I mean, it was like I've never been so knackered in all my life as
Oh,
well.
good
So,
Lord, yeah,
but
yeah,
it was flipping brilliant.
flipping brilliant, wasn't it? And
Yeah,
just
and I didn't expect to like it either. I was like, oh, okay, I'll go along. I'll do that because like this basically got funded to go out there. I was like, okay, I
yeah,
mean, why not? Why not go to LA? But it's like, how's it going to be working with everyone? And then
yeah.
it was amazing.
It
How
was
about
my
you?
yeah.
Yeah,
It was my first songwriting camp.
it's my only songwriting camp.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Sorry, sorry, darlings.
You've gone on and done loads, haven't you?
How did you find like? Because I was very, very nervous before. I must say because it's a weird situation, isn't it? It's weird. you're going in with strangers that you've never met, and you've got to write a flipping song about
Yeah.
something very specific, and you've all got to bring your own kind of emotional baggage into it as well, which is a lot what songwriting is, in a fun way. But how did you find it?
Well, so I'd been at a wedding of a mate of mine's in Texas. I'd flown out. I had nearly missed the flight to LA just because I was like, and I'd been up all night, so I hadn't had any sleep. Kind of got there, got in a cab, like got one of those what was it, Uber pools, and this Australian girl got in, and she had really bad breath.
Oh no!
She was like, and she was chatting to me about how she was going to be a kind of actress or something all the way, and then kind of dropped my stuff, got to the thing, and like it was just so I turned up midway through the original briefing, and so I turned up like the bad boy, which has just never been me, kind of waltzing in late, and then I had this songwriting session, and it was just. And I just had to drink coffee the entire time to kind of keep me awake. I was so hungover.
Who are you
and
with?
With Scott, who's also a wonderful human being. But he's like, he always kind of he's quite intense and quite chats away doing his thing. And it's like, so I was just like hungover trying to do stuff, just like. Just keep this nice and chilled, and then Scott like, oh no, but is it this? Should we do this? Should we do this? It's like, I don't know. My hands are actually shaking right now.
Oh God, he's great. You'd have to drink a lot of coffee to keep up with Scott because he's just like ideas. He's fab. I remember my session with him, and it was with an LA producer called Zach as well. And it was great. Like, we wrote a really good song. I thought, I fucking love that song. But yeah, he's a talented songwriter. It was
and an unbelievable singer as well.
Unbelievable voice, unbelievable. Isn't it? And we met obviously Anil, who we both worked with.
Yeah, I mean Anil I knew before, so it was really.
You did. Yeah,
that was quite nice. So I turned up, and there were two. In fact, no, there were three people there who. I'd kind of met or worked with before, and it was really weird. It was something like, "Oh, this feels a lot friendlier than before." But I didn't. Because I turned up expecting to know absolutely no one because why the hell am I going to know anyone in LA? And then suddenly there's this this American dude from who was a drummer in a band who I'd worked with, and Anil and Dan Crawl.
Amazing, yeah. Yeah, my first session was with Dan.
Yeah.
We wrote this really happy, chick flick end of feel good song. It was really good. Yeah, I love all the songs that I wrote.
Who else were you with in that session?
I think it might have been your mate. Oh my God, what's his name? He was American, and Justin. Justin Glasgow. Yeah.
So how did he cope with you? Were you using Liverpudlian kind of?
No, he was fine. Was
he fine?
Excuse me, I don't have that much of an accent, so I don't know what the hell I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, the parlance between you, because you and Dan both must share quite.
Well, Dan's from Stoke, isn't he?
Is he? Okay,
so.
But anyway, okay. I don't know. North.
Oh,
north,
it's just all north to you, isn't it? It's just all north, darling. That camp was freaking awesome. I think we should go back. Now we've got our project. We should go back as a project.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we should. We've been quite naughty though, because our song that we wrote, it was written with another songwriter called Kate, who is amazing singer. But we re-recorded it and just re-recorded everything. But it's fine because she still wrote the song. She's still gonna be part of the credits and the royalties and all that stuff. So that's good. But we've not actually told her that we re-recorded it all. I think she'll be fine with it. She's cool.
I think she's
pretty cool. Yes, Kate, lovely Kate.
And it's being mixed right now, literally
It's being mixed by
as we talk.
Sir Ian Grimble.
Sir Ian Grimble.
He sounds like a dude. I can't wait to meet him. You know.
Oh God, that's weird. You've actually not met him.
No, not met him.
Yeah.
Do a little drinky poos when everything's tier
Definitely.
0 again, tier -50.
Yeah,
Please. Are you in yours now?
I am, yeah. Yeah, so we come into it's tier 2 on Saturday. Friday at midnight. So I've got one more day to have fun.
Bollocks in it. We're already in lockdown up here. It's shite. But yeah, that's exciting that he's mixed it. We've got we've got many songs, haven't we? So sorry, just for people who just missed completely what we're talking about. So me and Paul have got a new project. I think I emailed you like end of last year saying, let's do some kind of cool, like dark project together. And you were like, yeah, sounds great. And now we've got like more than an album's worth of material, which I think is amazing. Considering we've been in lockdown for like 6 months.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love the stuff. It's kind of like
well done us.
Well done us. So yeah, if you're wondering what it's going to sound like, it's kind of like London Grammar-y, Daughter, Radiohead-y, The Cure, Kate Bush.
Yeah, go with that. Sounds good.
It's all quite melded together. Yeah.
But better than any of those. Just to be very clear.
Still the photograph. Sorry, that was a really niche internal reference there. So me and Paul are great in the studio together, everyone. And we've got this great new little project that we love doing that's getting mixed at the moment. And hopefully it'll be ready like maybe next year or something. First couple of singles. So we're just kind of thinking about how the fuck we want to do that, because music industry is non-existent at the minute. But hopefully that'll be out soon. I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, in the studio, we have loads of fun, and it's been great, hasn't it?
It has been. Although, I was going to say, my favourite thing, the thing I mentioned is midway through us kind of recording everything, I managed to try and sever my thumb off. So we've had quite a lot of fun recording piano one-handed. It's been quite good, like in separate parts. It's been quite fun.
Oh man, tell us about your thumb, because that was a big event. That was a big lockdown event, wasn't it, for you?
It was a big lockdown event. So I'd just opening. I got a saddle for my bike, and I just opened it in a really shit way with a knife, in a way that if anyone else had been doing it, I would have screamed at them. And I managed to chuck my knife that I'd sharpened the night before, and it was like, one of the kind of Japanese super sharp knives. Cut through a nerve and a tendon. And
I love that you just sent everyone a photo of it, like lying there on the operating table, like, just trigger warning, guys. Here's what I did.
It's pretty gross. Yeah,
I loved it. I was like, ew.
Yeah, this is what I like. This is when I realised I had lots of good friends, because they were all like, that is disgusting, that's brilliant.
Yeah, because you were like, do you want to see a photo? I'm like, of course I want to see a photo. Oh, you mad? Of course. Yeah. Send it over, babes. Oh man, but it's kind of getting back to normal now, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, I still can't feel anything in it, but it's well, not feel it. It feels funny, but weirdly, I've got more movement in it than I had before. That's
maybe that's just because you can't feel it, and you're like, wow. But really, you just don't.
Doing myself loads of damage as I kind of mean, it's fine.
It's fine.
Also, I discovered that, like, because I was just like, oh yeah, because it's this thumb, so I can move this thumb, but that turns out isn't like. I was like, everyone's like, oh, you've got no movement in your thumb anyway. So I thought that's like everyone else seems to be able to kind of get their thumb tip down to here.
What has your favourite studio moment been?
My favourite studio moment been.
Aside from watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, that was pretty damn good. Actually, your mate Chris, when he sent through the thing, we just put it on the speaker.
All right.
Excellent.
What is that guy's name? What is the dude's name? Can you
Oh,
remember?
Sewell,
Brian
Brian
Sewell.
Sewell.
Brian. Okay, so Brian Sewell. Who is he? Like some kind of social commentator?
He's an art critic, I think.
He's an art critic. Okay, that makes so much sense. So Brian, I've got a friend called Chris who's like, he's a stand-up, and he sent me this clip of Brian Sewell, who is the art critic, on this. He was on Graham Norton or something, wasn't? No, he was on Alan Titchmarsh's show.
Yeah.
And he was talking about Victoria Beckham and really slagging her off. And he was like, "Oh, David Beckham, he's so amazing. He does so much stuff for charity." And then he was like, "But Posh Spice."
No, it's like then Madam comes along,
steals the photograph, steals the occasion, and she's just a common little bitch. And it's just this video clip of him.
So awful.
It's so awful. You should go and seek it out. And then Chris obviously sends me a video of him doing it, and he's obviously hysterically funny. And we just put it on the massive monitor, and I videoed it and sent it back to him. And I was like, "We are listening to you in surround sound in this dope studio. There you go. You're famous now." But that's a good moment. I don't know what my favorite one is. I have to say it was when you'd had a few glasses of wine, and I got you to do RuPaul's Drag Race Lip Sync for Your Life.
Oh, Lip Sync for Your Life, yeah.
And you had the fucking computer keyboard spray, you know, the spray that you do to get the debris out your fucking computer keyboard, and you going as if it was a fucking fan. You're like, "Get ready to lip sync for your life." And I've got that video somewhere, and it's gonna come out one day on our documentary that we're gonna make.
This is what happens to me. People always take videos of me, and it just kind of ends up coming out in an inappropriate moment. So, you know.
I can't wait to put that online, you know. I can't wait.
Including waving my arms around like a tit when I'm, you know.
I've got loads of videos of you. I've got many videos of you speaking in an American accent, saying the grossest, offensive things.
Okay, great. Thanks.
It's gonna happen. Thanks. It's gonna happen.
I'm sure you videoed me doing, like, because when I do string arranging, I quite often like play the instrument in my head. Yeah, you got the hand. And then,
Paul does this thing when he's like listening to music and he loves it, and he's like plays air piano almost. I got a video of that. It's all coming out.
It's awful when you're just totally unaware of it, and then someone videos it, and then he's like you kind of look on Instagram, and you're like, thanks.
Oh
thanks.
Shit! Yeah, it's always like 5 hours after I put it up, and you're like, "Oh, you little fucking knobhead." Take that down. What have you got coming up then, aside from our impending, awesome, hilarious TV and film project?
I have a show with Hoosiers tomorrow.
Yay!
in Bournemouth on
nice.
Friday, Saturday, which is nice. It's just really nice because
you play kind of trumpet,
keys and trumpet.
Do you wear your yellow suit?
I do wear a yellow suit.
Yes.
But it's it's just nice to play live shows, because there's hardly any at the moment. So there's been a few with those guys.
Shite, isn't it? It's totally shite.
And then I'm doing a bunch of string arrangements for someone called Basha Balat, who's like a Canadian artist who's absolutely flipping amazing, and everyone should check out. But yeah, so she's doing an album of kind of string-based stuff. Nice.
You're keeping busy. It's so great.
It feels like this month feels a bit like normality, and then I think that next month it's all going to disappear again. But you know, I was going to stay more positive. It's going to just continue. It's all fine.
See, you're going to smash it.
COVID.
COVID. We need to get our project up and running then, so we can do loads of fun things with it.
Definitely.
Yes, we need to. We've been talking about, you know what? It's silly talking about it because it's not out there yet, but a lot of the arrangements are very full, and there's a lot going on, and you know, it's like full drums and kind of full arrangement. So we've kind of been talking about it, about doing it live, how that would look like. But I have no idea. I don't know.
Other than pink, we decided we were going to kind of dress in pink and like have.
I've decided.
Yeah, have each have a workstation.
Yes, I think that's going to look super cool. What are you going to play then? Should we just divvy it up now online, live online?
Yeah, okay.
Go on then.
I mean, I'm going to play laptop. I'm going to have laptop.
I'm going to play laptop. Great.
Laptop, iPad, and the little mini Moog in the middle. I think, even though mini Moog doesn't feature on any of our kind of tracks, but there's going to be a mini Moog, an iPad, and a laptop. I feel that would be like. Yeah,
you're going to have to sing as
well.
Yeah,
there'll be a microphone there, and then yeah.
You're going to have a vocoder as well, aren't you?
Vocoder, and then I want some wings.
some bulletproof wings.
Yeah, it's just some wings on my back. I don't know why.
So that's a Dr. Shakamoto reference. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my white guitar because I think that's gonna look great. Yeah. It's all about how things look, isn't it? I'm gonna have my guitar. Definitely. I'm gonna have an SPD.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have a fucking cymbal because you know what I'm like with cymbals. Fucking love it.
So now in the studio, just for everyone's reference, like every so often she'll be like, "Oh yeah, like, why don't I play drums?" Do you know what? I reckon I'd be amazing at drums. Do you know what? I don't know why I haven't taken up drums because I'll be playing. And then we'll talk about because I'm sad and into Formula One. She's like, "Do you know what? I reckon I'd be an amazing Formula One driver."
I genuinely think I would be. Because I've got a lot of, not anger, but a lot of...
Anger?
a lot of tension, shall we say. And I've also, I'm a very good driver.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm bigging myself up. I think I'd make a great drummer, Formula One driver. Two things that I've never done. I think I'd be great at.
I'm never allowed to play the drums. It's always
no, you aren't. It's always me. I'm like, no, I'm going to do it. I really, really want to. I might learn. So Ali's asked a question. If you guys could serenade a lover with one instrument, which would it be? And what's the best way / platform to find your stuff? What do you think, Paul? What would you do?
What instrument?
My love instrument.
my love instrument would be a charango.
What's that?
It's like a Peruvian instrument. It looks like a little armadillo. But I just think, because I feel like it's an instrument you could just take to kind of play under a balcony.
Nice. Okay. Mine would be Okay, I've got a joke answer and a real answer. My joke answer is the vibra slap because that just sounds like a sex toy and it looks like one. It sounds like one. It's a hilarious instrument. My proper answer is, you know what? I'm a bit creepy and I probably use a auto harp. I just really like the sound of it, and they're like so like romantic looking, like the way you play them as well.
And also, you can't really go wrong with them.
Can't go wrong with an auto harp. What are you trying to say, mate?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, if you're trying to serenade someone, you don't want to fuck it up, do you?
Exactly.
It's just like,
and you know that I would. You definitely fuck it up.
I definitely would. I'd fuck it up. I don't know why I said charango. I'm going with a ghetto blaster with a pre-recorded, make sure it's all right.
Make sure it's all right. What's it? Oh, a pre-recorded. Yeah. I thought that was a song. I'm like, what song's that? Yeah. Totally fall for you both. Well, thank you, Ali.
Yeah. With me, where can you find our stuff?
Oh yeah, go on.
You can't at the moment. Our stuff.
You can't find our stuff is not out there at the moment, but we're getting ready to release it. But where can you find the stuff that you've done, Paul, for Ali?
Spotify. So yeah, just under Bears Den and Paul Frith, or YouTube under Bears Den and Paul Frith, and yeah, just search for Bears Den and Ben Paul Frith. You'll find it. Yeah, it's there in the ether.
All right.
In the interweb.
And you can find my stuff on Spotify and all streaming platforms under my name, which is Natalie McCool, which is my real name.
Yeah. When
You know-
when I first met you, you're like, I don't want to use that name because it's like you're like it's you know, people never believe it's real, but it's
people are
so
like,
good.
McCool, and I'm like,
Yeah.
driving license. I know. So yeah, our project's coming out. I don't know when it'll be out. Maybe next year.
Some point
When we get our shit together for
Maybe.
it. We have got a name though. We've got a name now, haven't we?
We do, yeah. Greenwich Mean Time.
Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. Yeah, so that's exciting. I would like to ask you, Paul, we've got about 15 minutes left. What song would you pick from the Fragments album that you've done with Bears Den for people to listen to?
Old Wives, as in it's old spelt in the way of Old Lang Syne.
Is that the one that goes da, da, da? That one?
No,
Okay.
that's not.
I'm surprised you got it from that. Old Wives is in AULD.
AULD, yeah.
Right, that's going on.
It's it's not that song, but it's another song. It's a similar song.
Okay. Nice. Well, thank you for the music picks. Oh, we've got a question. Let's answer this first before our fun times. What was it like to play the M&S Arena at Liverpool with no crowd? It was fucking strange, put it that way. You know what? It was amazing. It was good to be back out there and playing a game, even if it was a live stream. And it was good to be doing it for a good cause as well, because it was for the NHS and Save Our Venue, so that was really amazing. But it was very strange. It was very cold. But you know what? It was great. It was good to be back out there and good to get the pipes working again and just be with my band, because it was, I've not seen them for ages.
Did you still talk to the crowd?
You know what? I did. How sad is that? Well, okay. In my defense, there were people there, you know, obviously the film crew and all that. But it was live, so it was a live stream, so I was chatting to people. Like, there was, like, I don't know however many people were watching, so it felt like okay to chat in between songs. But it was weird. It was like my band were just laughing at me behind. They were just like, it feels like you're just talking to no one. And I was like, well, someone's out there. No, it was good. It was fun. It was good to be out there. I can't believe that you've done as many gigs as you've done. That's really lucky. I think that's amazing.
He's been really lucky. He's genuinely been really lucky. And it's one of those things, it's like, and sometimes it's been like, because it's been travelling, it's like, this is shit. And then you say, like, do you know what? It's really not. Just playing live. Like, when you get there and you do it, it doesn't matter kind of like how long it's taken. It's like, shit, it's been
ages.
Weird year. It's such a weird year. So kind of getting to do it is really cool.
Yes. I can't wait for our first live gig, whatever that looks like. Aye. Without workstations.
In pink with workstations.
Pinky beige.
Pinky beige.
No, it's going to be good. I'm very excited to release it. It's always good fun chatting to you, and I wish you all the best with your gig. Yeah, please check out Paul's Fragments album that he did with Bears Den, and also we've got our new project which we're working on, and that will be out probably next year. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and yay! Bye! Thanks so much for listening, and don't forget to subscribe and follow to this podcast. I'm Natalie McCool, and you can find me and my music on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and also on my website, nataliemccool.co.uk. Thanks!